Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I am excited to share with you some fun alternate project ideas featuring the July 2019 paper pumpkin kit. This is the On My Mind kit. So I did share a video with you about a week ago where I showed you the 3 projects that you're able to make with the July paper pumpkin kit. 3 really fun cards. I love all of these cards, but I do think this one was my absolute favorite. So today I'm going to share with you a few alternate projects that you can make using the supplies from the kit and just a few additional supplies as well. I have not created any of the ideas yet, so I'm going to be kind of coming up with them as I go through this video. And then don't forget, if you're interested in trying out Paper Pumpkin, I highly recommend purchasing one of our prepaid subscription options. So you can do a 1, 3, 6, or 12-month prepaid. I think the prepaids are my favorite option versus the monthly subscription, but you can find all of the details and links to each one of those prepaid options just below the video in the video description, and also over on today's coordinating blog post linked down below in the video description as well. So I'm going to go ahead and clear my space here and do a little bit of thinking and see what I can come up with for some alternate projects. Okay, so what I just did is I took one of our acetate card boxes. These come in a package of 10. I took one of those and I just simply cut it in half. So now I've got 2 pieces here. I just cut it in half at 4 inches with my scissors. To get the cut started, I put it in my paper trimmer and then I used my scissors the rest of the way. So now I've got this half little treat box here. So I'm going to take this piece of designer paper. This is from the Come Sail Away Designer Series paper that coordinates with this card, which is themed around the Come Sail Away suite from the annual catalog. So I'm going to come up with some measurements to wrap this around to be the perfect belly band for my little treat box, and then we'll put the treat in and we'll wrap it and we'll start decorating. Okay, so I decided I liked this navy blue striped pattern better than the other one that I had. So what I did is I cut this down to wrap around, and I'll put the measurements on the screen for what I cut it down to. And then I scored one end at 1.25 inches. So I just scored at 1.25 inches, and I sat my box down into that, line that score mark up with the bottom fold of the box, and then I just started wrapping this band and pinching to create my score lines. So I don't have exact score lines. I just did that one at 1.25 inches, and then I just started wrapping and pinching, and then once I pinched everything, I just went into those pinches, lined them up, took my bone folder, made my creases, and that gives me my sharp edges for my belly band. This one's not lined up. That gives me my sharp edges for my belly band. So then here's that one across the bottom. Okay, so there we go. So now I have a perfect little wrap to go around my box. So I'm going to put this part at the back of the box where the back comes together. That'll go at the back, and then this will wrap around just like so. But before I wrap it, let me put my treat inside. So I just purchased these wintergreen mints. I wanted something white to go inside just because I thought that would look nice with the sailing theme. Something white and round. So I thought, oh, mints. So just gonna put these inside. Okay, so it looks like I can fit about 14 of these mints in here without puckering out the box too much. So I am going to go ahead and just put a strip, where is it, of Terran tape right along this edge here, because I want this belly band to be able to slide off. So I don't want to tape this to the actual box itself. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take this, make sure I've got that flap at the back. I do. Oh, popping out here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna slip this in, center that up, wrap this around. Okay, and then let me just peel off my tear and tape here, the backing. There we go. Okay. Line up my little crease marks. Line this up. Okay, press it down. Perfect. Oh, I love it. And then you can, so I guess I could have made this a little bit smaller so that you can see the treat a little bit better, but you can just slide, and this belly band, there we go, will slip right off. Oops, don't want to lose my goodie. So let me just slide it back on. Okay, perfect. Isn't that cute? I like it. Okay, so we've got that. All right, so I'm going to keep the decorations for this little gift box pretty simple, and I'm using Night of Navy to stamp the Hello Friend. Now, Night of Navy doesn't come in the kit. Pretty Peacock does. You could absolutely use it. It's not the same blue from the paper, so that's why I'm going with Night of Navy, so that it'll match a little bit better. But if you don't have Night of Navy, absolutely, you could just use the Pretty Peacock. Okay, so I've got my Hello Friend, and I am going to, so you know what, I'm going to bring in Mossy Meadow and then the this card base that I'm not using, and I think I'm going to also stamp the little shell here. So I've just inked that little shell up, and I'm going to stamp that right onto this Mossy Meadow. Ooh, that looks really nice. Can you guys see that? That looks really nice. So I think I'm going to do that. And where are my snips? Okay, there we go. So I just cut that little shell out. That's really cute. And I think I'm going to add this little shell. Okay, so I think I am just going to add a little bit of snail adhesive. Pop this on, and then we'll just pop this on as well with some snail. Then I am going to take the twine that comes in the kit. I'll just snip a little bit of this off, tie this into a bow. Okay, then we've got some glue dots in the kit as well, so let's just go ahead, throw a glue dot here, ball it up a little bit, put our bow right in there. I kept it kind of long. Then we've got these little dimensionals. I'm going to put one at the top, one at the bottom of my shell, and then we'll just throw the shell. Ooh, that looks really cute. And then I will just snip off these little ends here, and then I will add on a few of these little sequins that come in the kit. And there you have an alternate project featuring some of the supplies from the Come Sail Away project there in the kit. Isn't that really cute? I love it. And then this little belly band just slides right off, and you can get to the goodie inside. You can put whatever you want in there. But I love that. So, so cute. So for my next alternate, I'm going to keep it pretty simple actually. So I'm going to bring in Pretty Peacock, which is the coordinating color that came with the kit. So you get the ink spot, but I like to use the full-size ink pad. But if you don't have it, absolutely use your ink spot. So I'm going to use the You've Been on My Mind sentiment, which is my favorite one in this month's Paper Pumpkin, well, in the July Paper Pumpkin. I love the two different fonts in this sentiment. So pretty. Okay, there we go. then I'm gonna bring in some scratch paper and my piercing mat. Then I'm gonna take this little image here from the stamp set, and I am going to stamp that on the background here a few times. I think maybe I want to stamp it off just to make it a little bit lighter. Let me fold the card base. Yeah, so that it's not quite so intense. And I'm just going to randomly stamp this a few times. All right, so now you can see that background really simple on there. So I am going to add this piece of designer paper right across the bottom, and it is going to hang off, but I'll just cut off the excess. Oops. Then I'm going to bring in some of this terracotta tile scalloped linen ribbon, and I am going to add this, just a little piece of this, onto this card right about there. So I'm just going to put down some tear and tape. Okay, so I just laid down a little strip of tear and tape. So I'll just peel off the backing. It's hanging over just a little bit. Just fold it back. There we go. And then I am going to lay, let me start over here on this edge. Lay my ribbon straight across in that tear and tape. Just like that, and then I'll flip it and trim off the extra. Then I'm just going to take the tiny little paper clip that came in the kit, slip it right onto my sentiment here, right about there. Pop some dimensionals onto my sentiment. Okay, got my dimensionals on there, and I will just put this sentiment right about there. Then I'll take some of that twine and tie it into a bow here. Actually, I think I'm gonna slip it underneath the paper clip. I'm gonna push the paper clip down a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this, I think. I think I like this idea better. Okay, so there's that. I'm leaving those ends a little bit long, and then we will add a few of these little sequins. Let's see. Okay, and there is my second alternate project. I really like it. I think it's a fun little variation on this card. Super cute. Okay, so I'm going to do one more alternate project. So what I am going to do for this one, I'm thinking, is I'm going to take this piece and put it going this direction. Yes, so let me go ahead and fold back my card base. I'm going to put dimensionals on this piece, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the left here. So okay, I think that should be good. Then I'm going to take this die cut that comes in the kit this direction. I'm going to flip it over to the white side. I'm going to add this on. Let's see, I think I'm going to add it right there. So I'll take some snail, and I'm just going to stick this down. Maybe I'm going to move it over just a little bit. So I'm debating whether I should stamp in Pretty Peacock or Mossy Meadow. Now this is going to be very matchy-matchy. I guess, you know what? I'll go ahead and do Pretty Peacock. Okay, so we will stamp the You're the Best. Ink that up. And I am going to stamp that right in the center here. You're the best. Just like that. Then this little piece of mint macaron comes in the kit. I am just going to snip that straight, I think. Yep, and I think I'm gonna add it underneath the sentiment. Okay, so I'm just gonna put down a little bit of snail here, and I'm gonna add these little spriggy bits or leafy bits to the card. Let's see, right about there, and then let me just add a little more adhesive, put this one in, tuck it in right about there. I think that looks good. Then some twine, and I want a big floppy bow here. Okay, so I just stuck the bow right into the adhesive that I have there, and I think I'll just put a glue dot on top of it. Yeah, and that'll just hold that in place a little bit better. There we go. And now I'm going to add dimensionals onto this piece. Okay, so then actually just going to put a block to hold that piece of the twine back, and I am going to go ahead, put the sentiment there we go, right about there. I think that looks cute, and then we will trim these twiny ends just a little bit, and then now a few sequins. Okay, and here is my third alternate project, and this is featuring that Garden Lane suite from the annual catalog. So pretty. I like this. I actually like this better than this. I really like it. Okay, so here are all three of my July 2019 paper pumpkin alternates for you guys. And I think I forgot to mention that this design coordinates with the Woven Threads suite in the annual catalog. So Come Sail Away, Woven Threads, and Garden Lane. So I hope that you have enjoyed these alternate projects and that you see lots of possibilities with paper pumpkin, not just what's inside of the box, but there's so much more that you can do. Don't forget, you can purchase prepaid subscriptions to Paper Pumpkin. I highly recommend those over the month to month. So we have 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and 12 month, and I've got links to all of them down below. I would love for you to purchase yours with me. So thanks again, you guys, and I will be back soon with another tutorial. Bye now.